Probably another blown opportunity, I would say. Thought we did a great job in the second half of fighting back and putting ourselves in position. I think it when JJ was at the free throw line to, I can't remember, either tie it or cut it to one. And obviously turnovers was a big problem for us. Gosh, I thought the last one where JJ had and he threw it down to Jake was costly. But I thought we did a good job defending the three-point line. I thought we did a not so good of a job defending the dribble, especially in closeout situations, and especially from a secondary standpoint. Our defense wasn't ready to step up and build a wall or take charges. And then we let a few rebounds get away from us that I thought cost us as well. But, yeah.
But you kind of notice, when you made the run to get close, you sped the tempo up. And I know that's something you don't, you're trying to do all the time, but you feel like, it's getting late. You just needed to push it a little bit to kind of try to get back in it, I guess.
Well, my thing to them was opportunity. If the opportunity was there, then push it. If not, let's run some action. And I thought when we actually set it up in the half court, I thought we actually ran some good action to get looks or layups at the rim. But I thought, like I said, I thought the one we tried to take advantage of when JJ threw it to Jake, I didn't know if that was a good one for us. But JJ pushing it, and even AJ had a good one going the length of the floor. But it was more about opportunity than trying to speed it up, I would say.
You mentioned that there was a 4-point game, and AJ had a kick out pass was intercepted, and then JJ got the rebound. You mentioned trying to throw to Jake and throw it out of bounds. 19 more turnovers. Did you think that ultimately that was the difference?
Well, I thought, if you look back at the 19, maybe I'd take 2 off, his 17, because late in the last 2, it was just plain. But I thought also I thought some of them was simple passing and catching. And I think sometimes, yes, we want to get the ball in JJ's hand, but at the same time, we want to be able to play. So, when teams are trying to deny him the basketball, and like I told JJ and TJ in the timeout, I told JJ that, that wasn't a hard enough cut to break to get open. But I said, TJ, at the same time, you should be setting a screen to alleviate some of the pressure. But, again, I think that continues to go with growth. But I did love the fight to come back and cut the game. But, at the same time, I would say it was our mistakes that probably put us in that same position.
Porter and Young, either one, was there something physically wrong with them, or was it just a decision?
More of a decision. And I've spent time actually had a good conversation with Porter today about what I'm looking for to be in positions to put him on the floor. Trace, my thing is it's got to be about the team, at the end of the day. And I don't know if not starting him has affected his approach to how we play or how he plays. But I thought early on when I put him in, and like I've told him in the past, like there's sometimes I feel like you're not with us. Not disrespectfully not with us, but just engaged not with us. And I thought I saw it early. So, my thing was I just got to go with my gut and feel like, I thought AJ was playing a really good basketball game. Obviously, JJ is always out there. I thought TJ was a little bit more aggressive, but probably still need to be more aggressive. Nor was a rough night for Thompson. Jake as well, but, you know, those guys are doing what I'm asking them to do.
Is Thompson healthy? He's sick at all?
He was, he hasn't practiced the 2 days before the Nevada game. He didn't practice, but he did get through shoot around. And then the 2 days before this game, he didn't practice, but he did get to shoot around. So they have been putting IVs in him. But, you know, like I told him, it's that part of the year where, I mean, we just got to figure it out. You know, can't, you know, if he's going to be out there, then obviously I expect him to be effective. And it's not that I thought he played bad. You know, he just missed some shots. He missed some wide open looks. If there was anything I was probably disappointed, just catching the basketball and then going up strong with it. But outside of that, you know, he's one of the guys that, you know, I trust within what we're doing, and he's trying to do what we're asking him to do.
Obviously, the attrition and the circumstances of the season have been well documented, but when you go through a season like this, obviously there's frustration with you and coaches and players and fans. Kind of, what's your message to fans as you guys go through this?
Well, I mean, I think the best part about going through this is you're still seeing a team that gets out there and compete night in and night out. You haven't seen a team that has a woe me attitude or feeling disengaged within what we're doing. Whether we're practicing or playing, you know, the energy is right, and I've always complimented Justin James on setting the tone with that. But the time that we spend with our young men, even away from the game of basketball and just encouraging them in other areas of life as well, I think that's what you're seeing, a team that, again, I would say, you know, everybody looks at wins and losses and say you're not growing, but these guys are getting better. It's just, we're saying, at the beginning of the year, I remember saying, I just couldn't put 3 new guys out there at one time. Well, I've been forced to do that. And within that process, you know, yeah, there's a time when TJ's gonna look good. There's a time when AJ's gonna look good. Even Trace, for that matter, and Thompson. And then again, I didn't consider Jake Hendricks a new guy, but they're growing through the midst of the battle, and practice can't simulate what they're going through. But even the guys that are not suited up, I think they're still contributing to the team in a sense of their encouragement and trying to help these young men better understand what we're asking. And when I say asking, I'm talking about everything within our program, not just basketball. So, I mean, at the end of the day, and I don't know what's going on with the rest of the country, and I'm certainly not making an excuse for what we're doing, because I come back with the same power every day, same optimism, and I felt no differently about this game. Coming in, I go into every game thinking we're going to win. Even the Nevada game, even though they beat us pretty good, I think the energy was still right for what we were trying to do. They just had better talent. But this game was no different. I think we went out there with the mindset of winning, and it wouldn't be no different at CSU. And I've always said this too, maybe I haven't said it publicly, but I think this is the time you really rally around a group rather than not come. Like, I think this is the time guys need you for that extra boost, that extra energy. So when we're in there and it gets loud, yes, this can be a very tough place to play. But if it's not, and I thought this tonight crowd did a good job, but I'm saying if you're putting another couple thousand in there, I think it's better. And I think the young men on that floor even take their energy to another level as well. So I can get or understand disgruntled. I understand that, but it doesn't affect how I approach our young men in our game, because I believe in all my heart we're going about this the right way. And I got good kids in our program that continue to come back with the right attitude and come back ready to fight.
What's your thought on going back to CSU? Obviously, you played them pretty recently.
Mm-hmm.
What are your thoughts? What do you got to do Saturday?
Well, you know, I mean, after beating him here, you know, I think going back to that play, well, CSU is a tough place to play regardless. Or just the whole border war thing is tough. But I think from thinking about our last game when we played in here, I thought we played really good. You know, we shot the ball well, but I thought we also defended. JJ had a spectacular night that night. But what I think at the end of the day, now we have to go into their backyard, and we got to kind of clear out some of the outside noise, because now you're going through what our fans was giving their players. Now their fans are going to be giving our players that same energy or message or vulgarness, whatever it may be, but our guys can't get so much caught up in it, and I think we just got to continue to stick with the game plan. Obviously, I haven't started watching them yet to get prepared, but it still has to be a complete team effort for us to be able to go in there and come out with a victory.